Arsenal broke a massive record winning 7-1. I don't think anybody by any stretch would say that makes them any type of favourite to win the Champions League. It'd be crazy. But there's still a lot of people. We had Sam on the channel that evening say it doesn't matter. There's still zero chance they win it. Have Arsenal laid down a marker with that win, with their brilliant sort of goals against record so far this season in the Champions League? Have they laid down a marker that suggests they could conceivably go on to win it this year?
No.
No,
because they're on the crap side of the draw and and they all respect to PSV, it's PSV. Let's bear in mind Arsenal's next round. They're either going to Real Madrid or they're going to Atletico Madrid, teams that, for all intents and purposes, won't concede 7 in the way PSV did. If I've looked back at the highlights of that PSV game, it's not take away the fact they scored 7. About 4 of them should have been stopped, and a competent team with a competent goalkeeper probably stopped them. I mean, the 6th goal, a goalkeeper practically throws it into his own net. I'm just saying, Arsenal, when they come up against a top team, the struggles that they've had in the past month or two, they're going to come back again because they've not went anywhere. They just PSV didn't push them in the same way. I think if you're looking at what we saw in this last week in the Champions League, teams that showed they can win the Champions League are the likes of Barca, who came through the adversity in the game against a top Benfica side who caused problems to a lot of teams this year, played so long with 10 men, but got the job done, showed they can win when the going is tough. But Bayern, in a game that was expected to be tight, blew away Leverkusen, capitalised on mistakes against another top team. Even to a lesser extent, us, we showed that if we're not playing well, we can sit back, we can absorb pressure, we can hit teams on the break, we can nick 1-0 away wins in Europe, which are like a fucking golden ticket nowadays. Arsenal, yes, they scored 7 against PSV. I mean, I'll just ask Kunle, when you go away to the Wanda Metropolitano or to the Bernabeu, are we scoring 7?
Well, look, I'm going to go back to the original question that Terry asked. Is there a better chance that Arsenal win the Champions League now after the result? Well, I would say that 7 goals scored was impressive. It was impressive. Let's not get to it. It was impressive. Going away. Hold on. I did not interrupt anybody, please.
Yeah, you did a lot of times when we were talking. To be fair, you did.
Okay. Can I go? Okay, thank you. So it was impressive. Like going away from home in a place that PSV typically don't lose, and without a striker and winning 7-1 is impressive. Of course it is. Like let's not disregard that. It's impressive for the evening. Yes, very enjoyable, good result, morale building. But in terms of what that means for the next fixture, there's no correlation in it. I don't think Atletico or Real Madrid saw that game and were like, rah, we're in trouble here. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't think any of them were thinking about that, but they looked at it like, oh, Arsenal scored 7 without a striker. Oh, sick. It's one of them.
Scored 8 then.
I don't know about that. It's not one of it hasn't made me more encouraged about Arsenal going to win the Champions League. Look, football is football. There's always a chance in football, but I don't think that result changed anyone's. Like, I don't envisage any fear in the teams on our side of the draw about us winning the Champions League. Personally, if we were on the other side, maybe a little bit be a bit different because there's a few teams that I definitely think we can dominate over there. But with Atletico and Real Madrid going next.
Who would you rather play?
Honestly, I had a debate yesterday. I think I'd rather play Atletico because I believe I believe if we go 1-0 up against Real, I'm scared throughout. If we go 1-0 up against Atletico, I'm more confident we can see that game through. Personally.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, you're a lot more likely to score against Real than you are Atletico.
I hear it, but Real are more likely to score 3 or 4 against us than Atletico are. That's what I believe. So,
to be fair, you can't win either way. Real Madrid.
It's a long day in Madrid.
You can put together the perfect 180 minutes against Real Madrid, and they'll still beat you by black magic they have in the Champions League.
Yeah,
and
so that's why I don't want.
If you play Atletico Madrid, I always say you are a football fan before you play Atletico Madrid in the Champions League when they're good. and you're a football fan after. If you lose that first leg, you are going to see Diego Simeone put together the nastiest, most horrible 4-4-2 low block you've ever seen in your life. And the best
you know what's
teams,
actually crazy about
the
that?
best teams struggle to break that down.
But like,
I'm
with
sorry,
Atletico-
Trossard ain't doing nish against
Madrid
that.
haven't beaten Atletico in the
the
league
fact
this
that first leg at Emirates is crucial, man.
Yeah, no, but Henry, but like we've been cooking them though throughout the league. They just always seem to get a draw or a win. I just don't know why. But the thing is though, right? I think Arsenal would have a decent chance of beating Atletico Madrid. I think obviously you guys are going through, right? You're up 7-1. They're not coming back. You are in the quarterfinals.
We still got to play the game, but you never know.
Right, come on, bro. Let's be honest. Like, there's no way that PSV are about to turn up to the Emirates and score 6 goals. Like, that would be crazy.
To be honest, no one expected Arsenal to score 7, so let's not predict anything. Well, let's just hold up.
Right. I mean, all right, fine. For semantics. All right. Well, it's not over yet. But after the second leg, when you go through the quarterfinals, I do believe that you guys just got the wrong side of the table. Like, that bracket, it's not going to be good for you because I don't see you beating either. But I think that you do have a better chance of beating Atleti, just to be very honest with you. But I definitely do think, though, just to be objective, I think Arsenal do have a chance, right? Like, you're in the tournament. Like, you don't have to be the best team to win it, right? Like, for example, my club, I won it the most times. And I've seen us play shit and still win it. Like last season in the Champions League final, Dortmund should have been up 3-0, and we still found a way to win it. So, for me to see bad performances and then still see us win it, it does make me think, well, you don't have to be like when Chelsea won it a few seasons ago. Chelsea weren't the best team.
We had team with Vernon off front three.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. So I think if you're an Arsenal fan, your defense is what gives you some kind of hope. Because even if your attack isn't playing the best, I think you can at least rely on the fact that, okay, you have Saliba and Gabriel that could maybe still keep you in games. But no, you guys aren't going to win it. But I think to say that Arsenal have 0% chance is kind of crazy.
I think the thing that's going to let Arsenal down is their manager, if I'm honest. I think that's what's going to let... I think what's going to
Expand on that.
I just think, right, I've seen enough in the last 5 years to know that Arteta, I think Arsenal's squad is brilliant in terms of especially their defense and their midfield. The attack can be improved on once they get their players back like Saka, it could be a different story. But I just think Arteta, I just don't think you can get him over the line. And against a game like Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid, I don't see you getting past either of them. I just haven't seen enough for Mikel Arteta to be like, yeah, you know what, I'm confident he's going to get Arsenal something in this competition. If I'm being 100% honest,
I hear you, dudes. But if anyhow he does it, be looking out for Mikel Bakaya. That'll be my son's name. Just so you know.
Can I
like Kunle?
How
I definitely am excited for the possible. Well, because in my opinion, Atleti are out. I know that it's not over based on the aggregate and whatnot, but for me, they're out. I don't see us losing that. I am excited.
Hang on, you haven't beaten them in the league this season, though. Your record,
but they've never beat us in the Champions
League. Let him cook, Henry. Let him cook. Man.
They've never beat us in the Champions League. And again, right, we've cooked them every time that we've played them. I was hearing actually, Terry. I was watching.
Ironically, the one game you didn't cook them was the one that just wins. That was probably the best they played.
We were better for 60. We were better for 65 minutes of that game. They had long spells where they had the ball and where they were the better attacking side, but for a majority of that game, we were better than them.
You're gonna go out of the Champions League. You know that, right? Atletico are going to do you. Atletico Madrid will beat Real Madrid the next round. You watch. As soon as when you go to their ground, Simeone has got something.
It's not happening. It's not. Like it's not even something that I'm even thinking about as a possibility. I think that we'll probably get a draw.
You're tempting the gods, mate. You're tempting the gods.
Anyways, as I was saying, the reason that I'm really excited about an Arsenal matchup is because I need Saliba to experience that atmosphere at the Bernabeu. I just need him to see the locker room
and all these pals.
I need him to see the facilities and for him to envision himself being here every weekend. That's what I want, right? Like, that's the main thing that I'm looking at. Is then, he can have a nice night out in Madrid, Mbappe, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Ferland Mendy, they're going to be talking to him. That's what I'm really excited about.
So you want to use the Champions League quarterfinals as a career day for William Saliba to look around?
Basically,
and go, like
basically,
work
like
experience,
as,
work experience.
Kind of thing.
I get that. I get.
Saliba's not leaving this.